Hello everyone. In this video, we are gonna see how we can work with the multimeter model Fluke 45 dual display multimeter basically. And we are gonna see how we can set that, what are the options that are available on this model of the multimeter and how we can work with it. Okay, so let's just start. In this multimeter, as you can see, there are 4 ports for connecting the probes. One is colored black and named, we call it a common port. For all the measurement, we are going to use this port as one side of the measurement. Okay, so this is as it is in the name, is a common port. Okay, now there are 3 port colored with red color. Okay, which each of them measures different parameters in a different range. Now, this one is for measuring voltage, resistance, and testing the diode for all the ranges. The other 2 are for measuring the current. The top one measures the current in a range of amp. The maximum is 10 amp. And the bottom one is measuring the current in a range of milliamp, and the maximum value that it could measure is 100 milliamp. Now, below the display, you see several options. By choosing each of them, you basically choose what parameter and what kind of the parameter you want to measure in this multimeter. We have DC voltage, AC voltage, DC current, AC current, resistance, frequency, okay, and testing the diode. Okay, now there is a button, the gray one, named auto. Okay, this button actually toggles between the automatic and manual range. So if you press that, it automatically sets the range of the parameters that you want to measure in a correct range. Okay, we have 2 arrows. Okay, two button that look like the arrow. One is high. This one changes the range. It's for manual, kind of like range setting. The high one changes the range and goes to the higher range. The low one changes the range to the lower range. Okay. Now, on the other side, we have some functions. One button is called REL, which is the relative mode. If you can press it to zero out a baseline reading. Okay, so there is a subsequent reading or relative to that reference. Okay, so you choose a reference, and it's useful for drift or offset measurement. Okay, now the other one is dB or decibel, which converts the measurement to the decibel scale. Okay, there is another option for this button here underneath. It says reference off. Okay, this is for setting the reference impedance. Okay, and you set it by this button. Okay, now we are going to see how to switch between the 2 options. Another one is the second one. It's called second 2ND. Okay, this is the button that actually activates the other function of each button. So you can have it, like for example, this one to measure the decibel, to change the measurement to the decibel. And if you push the second button, the 2ND button, you change it to the option reference impedance. Okay, now there is a hold option that freezes the values on a screen, so you can have like it is easy to read for those measurements that have a deviation or varies for several reasons. There could be several causes in a variation of the measurements. You can use this option to hold the reading. Okay. We have mean and max, which using that you can capture the minimum, maximum, and average of the readings over the time. Okay. And the other option is the rate, this one, which changes the display update rate. Okay, so it's useful for smoothing out the unstable, basically, reading. Okay, so, and obviously there is a power button here that you have to turn off and use it to turn off and turn on the multimeter. So this is how you can work with the Fluke 45 dual display multimeter. So thank you for your attention.